The surface of the earth is shaped by combinations of physical processes, including earthquakes and volcanoes, shift of rocks and sediments, and flow of river and ice. Humans also shape the land through increasing populations, agricultural expansions, mineral and forest resources excavation, changing the flow of rivers, and with layers of industrial and urban infrastructure. Land cover is the physical and biological material found on the surface of the land, existing as vegetation as human-created structures. Land use describes as the various ways in which human beings make use of and manage the land and its resources. There are many different categories when it comes to land use. The five most common uses are recreational, transport, agricultural, residential, and commercial. Recreational is meant to be used for the enjoyment of the people who use it. These aren't essential for the development of a community but help to attract both permanent residents and visitors. The transport land is designed for the structure that help people get from one destination to other. Transport lands include things like roads, airports, train station, and subway station. Agricultural land is used for the growing and harvesting of crops and livestock. These are the things like ranches, farm, and pastures. And residential land is used to build homes. This could mean mobile homes, single-family homes, or even apartment complexes. People need some natural resources to stay alive. They use others to make their lives better. Every place on Earth has its own unique group of natural resources. The Earth's natural resources include air, water, soil, minerals, fuels, plants, and animals. Conservation is the practice of caring for these resources so all living things can benefit from them now and in the future. All the things that we need to survive, such as food, water, air, and shelter, come from natural resources. Some of these resources, like small plants, can be replaced quickly after they are used. Others, like large trees, take a long time to replace. These are renewable resources. Other resources, such as fossil fuels, cannot be replaced at all. Once they are used up, they are gone forever. These are non-renewable resources. People often waste natural resources. Animals are overhunted. Forests are cleared, exposing land to wind and water damage. Fertile soil is exhausted and lost to erosion because of poor farming practices. Fuel supplies are depleted. Water and air are polluted. If resources are carelessly managed, many will be used up. If used wisely and efficiently, however, renewable resources will last much longer. Through conservation, people can reduce waste and manage natural resources wisely. The populations of human beings has grown enormously in the past 2 centuries. Billions of people use up resources quickly as they eat food, build houses, produce goods, and burn fuel for transportation and electricity. The continuation of life, as we know, it depends on the careful use of natural resources. The need to conserve resources often conflict with other needs. Some people, a wooded area may be a good place to put a farm. A timber company may want to harvest the area's trees for construction materials. A business may want to build a factory or shopping mall on the land. All these needs are valid, but sometimes the plants and animals that live in the area are forgotten. The benefits of development need to be weighed against the harm to animals that may be forced to find new habitats. The depletion of resources we may want in the future, such as water or timber, or damage to resources we use today. Development and conservation can coexist in harmony when we use up the environment in a ways that ensure we have resources for the future, such as energy. Energy is found in our planet in a variety of forms. some of which are immediately useful to do work, while others require a process of transformation. The sun is the primary energy source in our lives. We use it directly for its warmth and through various natural processes that provides us with food, water, fuel, and shelter. The sun's rays powers the growth of plants, which form our food materials, give off oxygens, which we breathe, and take up carbon dioxide that we breathe out. The chemical energy contained in chemical compounds is released when they are breaking down by materials in the presence of oxygen. Electrical energy produced in several ways: power transport, artificial lighting, agriculture, and industry. We use energy for household use, agriculture, production of industrial goods, and for running transport. There are three main types of energy: those classified as renewable energy, and nuclear energy, which uses such small quantities of raw materials. However, this classification is inaccurate because several of the renewable resources, if not used sustainably, can be depleted more quickly than they be renewed. Renewable energy systems use resources that are constantly replaced and are usually less polluting. Examples include hydropower, solar wind, and geothermal. We also get renewable energy from burning trees and even garbage as fuel and processing other plants into biofuels. While developed nations are turning away from fossil fuels, developing nations still rely heavily on coal, oil, and natural gas for its energy. Fossil fuels are non-renewable. They draw on finite resources that will eventually dwindle, becoming too expensive or too environmentally damaging to retrieve. It is our responsibility to conserve energy and save the environment for the generations yet unborn. Energy needs to be conserved to protect our environment from drastic changes, to save the depleting resources for our future generations. The rate at which energy is being produced and consumed can damage our world in many ways. In contrast, the many types of renewable energy resources such as wind and solar energy are constantly replenished and will never run out. They are available in plenty and by far most the cleanest sources of energy available on this planet.